So this is our meeting for all people and parents on earth, para todos los lordos y todo la gente. Que yo quiero explicar, what I want to explain is just what's going on in Honduras and then what we can do together for this campaign. And we want to hear your ideas and your questions. And you could ask at any time. So this is the part of the team in Honduras that we will be working with. This is the team that goes into the forest to protect the great green macaw. So why are we doing a campaign? Well, there is a parrot crisis, the most endangered group of birds in the world. And about a third of them are endangered, and over 50% of the species have declining populations. And so this is certainly true in most areas of Central America, where if there are not conservationists, there's up to 100% of the nest are poached. And so that's one of the main threats is the international trade. Also, habitat loss does not help. This is just showing intensive agriculture, soy fields, and here's showing a slide of the egg traffic. People come into many areas in Central and South America, take parrot eggs from the nest, and then sell them all over the world. We have this problem in Honduras. It's really intensified the protection efforts that we need because people are coming in the whole season now, taking eggs and taking chicks to sell around the world. Another reason why there's a parrot crisis is that many die young and many are harmed. They say up to 90%, a study in Mexico, are dead within the first year because of the trade. And I have worked with confiscated shipments where 100% of the birds died. So there's a great deal, a great loss of life. And this is a story I've told before about Rosa, just one such bird. The scarlet macaw in Honduras, where we'll be doing the campaign. She was confiscated from poachers by the forestry department. And you can see how her foot is just turned a little bit there. What's going on with that? Well, the leg was fractured. You can see where the callus is forming, to regrow the bone. But she had no veterinary care, no splint, no bandages. And when I first met her at 9 months of age, I found out that this leg had been broken, this leg, this wing, and this wing. And here she has fly larvae under her skin. And at 9 months of age, she's sick, she has pneumonia, she has parasites, she's very thin, and she cries all night. This is the main village, Mavita, that we will be doing the campaign out of. And this is Rosa many, many years ago, 12 years ago. And I thought she would die, but the people there took care of her. But she only lived to be 4 years of age, which is young for a macaw that can live to be over 100. And this is Anita, the co-director of the rescue center. This is the visitors station in Mavita. During the campaign, we're going to be out camping underneath the trees, but we can come back into the village to resupply and hopefully take a shower now and then. So this harm continues even if they survive their first year. This is 2 mealy Amazons, and again, we're in Honduras, and you can see the caging that they're in, how inadequate that is. Can't fly, can't stretch their wings, no toys, no refuge. Another part of the crisis is that parrots, they fly with seeds, and they fertilize with their feces, so they are the farmers of the forest. And we lose biodiversity when we do not have parrots. And so it's a double loss of habitat loss. And where parrots are harmed, people are also suffering. It is intertwined. You know, the low biodiversity, the low health of the parrots in the forest is often tied in with the low welfare of the people as well. And just a few stories about that before we get to the campaign. Climbers that climb trees can fall and be gravely injured or die, which we have seen in Honduras. You will hear those stories if you come, and also during the campaign. People who try to protect parrots risk their lives or die. This is Guatemala, where we won't be doing the campaign this year. But Pedro lost his life trying to keep poachers from taking a yellow-named Amazon nest. And Santiago, who you will meet a lot online or if you go in person, this is our project truck. He and his son had an assassination attempt in 2022. The bullets messed up our truck, but they were fine. And the story of Tomas. He had an assassination attempt while he was taking a bath in the river. He nearly died. 4 people shot him. And I met him 5 months later, and he's showing me the scars where bullets still remain and where the surgeries happened. And I asked him, Tomas, because we went back 5 months later. I said, Tomas, why are you willing to risk your life for these parrots? And he said, Doctora, todo está en riesgo. Yo estoy listo para arriesgar todo. Si las loras no van a sobrevivir, tampoco mi gente. He said, everything is at risk, so I'm willing to risk everything. If the parrots don't make it, neither do my people. So these are the kinds of people that we'll be working with. Santiago and his son Wesley and Tomas and many other leaders of these villages. And what Tomas told me and what their communitarian structure in their indigenous communities is teaching me is that the health of one is the health of all. It's all interrelated. And so often I will hear them say, we have to take care of the parrots because that's how we take care of ourselves. And so in the early years when we started we started, well, we could say 2010, about 15 years ago. They started off simple with patrols to stop the nearly 100% poaching. This was the rescue center in the early days, just the patio. And then they also are in the forest, protecting the great green macaw. It's one of the first indigenous reserves in the world, and probably the only one for parrots. And so they go into this area to protect the forest and to protect the parrots. So these are the results. I'm just giving you a little bit of history of the project so you can see what these people have done. We started off in 2014 with 100% poaching. All the nests were taken. And then we started paying stipends for the patrols, and the poaching was 0 for the first couple of years. And this is just showing that the poaching rate stays right around 20%. And this year it was 21%. And this is the percentage of successful nests. So we had less successful nests this year as well. They are protecting about 150 scarlet macaw nests. And this was within 3 communities this past year. We don't have the funds to pay all these rangers, the communities, to go out and protect the nest this year. And that's why I'm going, so that I can be in solidarity with them and invite the whole world as well. maybe we don't have the money to pay the rangers and their livelihoods, but they will do some protection, and I will be there with them, and so will you. Because I have a satellite dish, Starlink, and all kinds of solar panels and cameras, and we want to have us all be there with these people. And they aren't the only people risking their lives trying to protect parrots and their ecosystems, but we can come together with them during the breeding season to say all life is sacred and all life matters. So that is the background on what's going on in Honduras. And so let me pause and see if we have any questions about what's going on in Honduras or anything. Sylvia, Gail, or Hillary, you would like to explain a little bit more about Honduras before we talk about the campaign?
You're doing great, Laura Kim. Nothing to add. And it's all very clear.
Okay, all righty. Sylvia, nothing? We're good? Okay. So here's, I'm going to talk in English, but you can read in Spanish. So our campaign goals, they're changing. Just yesterday, we got a new campaign goal, or this week, 2 new goals. So you all are part of the campaign, and so what are we going to do together? But, basically, we want to get the message out about what's happening to people and parrots and on a global level. We want to be in solidarity with the people and parrots of the world, and we're starting in Honduras. We want to protect the nest. I have a sense they don't need me. They can protect their nest just fine. Well, not just fine, but 21% still get poached. But if I'm there with the ability of the Starlink, the satellite, and I imagine my dream is we have 100 people camping underneath the trees, or we have the eyes of the world on this. Maybe we can protect more nests. Maybe, we don't know, but we're going to try. We're going to try to involve the Honduras government and the military, but give them motivation and a reason to become more involved to support these villages. Extend this project to other organizations. Like I said, maybe this is something we do in different projects and with different organizations in various years. And also donations to help maybe fund more of the rangers, because we don't have the funds this year to pay them, and just for the future. And this is a team here of 2 different communities, and here's the endangered great green macaw that is nesting in our forest reserve. So what are the campaign components? What are the different things that are going on? Well, online, there is awareness and messages, and that's happening right now. VU messages, and then it'll continue all the way through August. I may not be there, but they'll be there, so they can continue get the photos, the videos, and we can continue to support them. We will have online program that starts in March. All kinds of programs I'll show you in a minute. So we want people to tune in live, talk to the people, get the updates, see videos of chicks in the nest. We want to have us be with the people in person or online. We want to be present in Honduras to help these villages. Just by showing up is helping them. Donations, and then things we can do after the campaign. I don't know what that'll look like. This is all an experiment. What's it going to be like? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions yet. So the timeline is right now we want to really saturate the social media and the press and WhatsApp groups, because we want people to participate. So you can sign up to be on the team. You can sign up for the online program. You can let us know that you are in solidarity with the campaign and the people and parents, and we'll collect logos maybe. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So that's happening right now. And then we're going to keep doing the messages, and then we have the online programs. And I'll be there. And it may continue afterwards, depends on what the communities want to do. We have to see how it goes. We will be doing a fundraiser for this in March. We will keep on going and figure out what is going on. We'll keep giving notices. Even though I'm not there, we'll still let people know what's happening there. And then the world. We'll go all over the world. We'll just see if this can help other projects. And maybe it will bring awareness for the many projects in Central America, South America, and around the world. Because we're going to all be talking to each other. So what is going on with the online programming? Let me just do a little bit more English. This is a ranger that went into the forest and saved this baby scarlet macaw, had an injury to her beak, and so that she would not have survived. Turns out she also had an injury to her wing. This was natural. This was in the nest. I think maybe a predator went in and, harmed her by trying to pull her out of the nest. She is ready to be released. She can eat enough food, and she's in the liberation cage right now. So we're pretty excited that her life was saved. Okay, so a bird report, what's going on with the nest, voices from the field, just talking to the folks, asking questions, a conversation and exploration. This will be more like a conversation, like a Zoom meeting where we'll be reflecting on and studying and learning what does unconditional solidarity mean. Practices of solidarity, I mean like instances of meditation or spiritual practices, or how to hold conversations, how to connect to nature and to one another. And then conservation and action. You'll be able to watch the people climbing the trees and doing the patrols. So that's what we're going to try and do all that while we're also camping and underneath the nest trees. So a bird report, talking to the conservationists, exploring themes of solidaridad, practices to grow our solidarity, and watching conservation in action. Okay, we're almost done. I just want to take a breath, but I want to, these are the main messages that we're trying to get out. And it can change, and you can add to it, and you can do your ideas. But this is our main idea of our messages. One is join us, either online, getting the message out, signing up to watch all those programs online, and just being there to help the team in Honduras. Like maybe we'll be out there and we can't get a hold of somebody, or we ran out of beans and rice, and we need someone to help connect us to the people who can help us, or somebody is stranded and can't quite get to our site. So we need people who have great internet connectivity and know people who can help the field team there. And then to help get out the main messages of the Solidarity Campaign. And again, I think this can be adapted for each project in each region, and say, here's what's going on in Honduras now, let's be with them. But these are messages that we want to share with the whole world. And here are some of the messages we'll be emphasizing. Transformative conservation, that we need an interchange in how we relate to each other and to nature and to other beings. And the outer change is our societies have to change. They need to be more economically just. We need to move away from domination and oppression. And basically everything has to change. So transformative conservation, unconditional solidarity. These are some of the people using our patch. They really like it. This is the logo of some of our projects. So the military, in Honduras. These are some of our rangers here. And this is actually in Guatemala. They have adapted and used the patch as well. Other messages, none are free until all are free. No cage is big enough. These we can repeat, as we get people involved in the campaign, because it is the poaching season, the breeding season from Mexico down through Panama. So in Central America, this is the time. So these messages will help all the countries as we try to saturate the social media. Another message is, save ferrets. Don't buy them. Don't trap them. Take care of them where they are. But if you're helping people or the planet or the ecosystem, you're helping keep alive everything that is beautiful. So it's all interconnected is what we mean to say. Another strong message is stop the trade, is telling people how hard the trade is. That's it's a really important message. This is in Honduras. This is the government authorities and the military bringing to our rescue center in Honduras truckloads sometimes of parrots that they're confiscating. And remember how many of them die? And this group arrived in really poor condition, and many of them died. So we want to stop the trade. We want to stop the harm. And we want to stop the demand. No birds in cages. So these are some other messages that go along with this campaign. And we could also use the words, the ferret crisis. It's urgent. People are dying. Parrots are dying. Florists are dying. Indigenous communities' ways of life are dying. This is a crisis. And so this is a kind of messaging that we can put out as well. Okay, what are all the various materials we have? Those too are being developed. They're going on all the time. So what we've done is we've made on Google Drive where anyone in the world with that link can go in and pull stuff out. Okay, so we'll just keep putting things in there that you can use. And I don't see any reason why you couldn't adapt them for the way that you want to do the message. So in this folder, we have infographics, infografías, graphics, videos de invitación, many blogs, muchos blogs, programación en línea, patches, stickers, tattoos, posters, banners, there's all kinds of things we're taking to Honduras that we could potentially make available to anyone. Press releases, such as you see here. Thanks to Hillary for developing this for us and Sylvia for making it perfect. And also in that same folder are travel recommendations, recomendaciones de viaje. It's a tricky area to visit. So if anyone here, I think I'll get off soon so I can see, look at people and look at the questions better. If anybody's thinking about going, you don't have to decide now, but if you think you might, we need to send you this document and we need to talk to you about this. Because let me be honest, these people get death threats. The Rangers do. Mostly the two leaders, Santiago and Wesley. 2 weeks ago, I got a threatening phone call. They didn't threaten to hurt me, but they said if I don't stop the conservationists from doing their work, they will kill the conservationists. So it's not a place you go to lightly. I've been going for 15 years, but everyone needs to consider that in their own way. That's why I say if we have 100 people, ain't nobody going to bother us. And I also need to be honest, I have officially petitioned the Honduras government to give us military support while we are there. I've done that off and off over the years, depends on how many threats and how many problems how much violence is in the area. So I'm doing that now. It's not clear we'll get them, but if people are going to really try that we have them. And that is one reason why we're doing the campaign. Because, maybe they go, oh, we can't have gringos being killed out there. We better send soldiers. Well, the idea is they should be sending soldiers all the time. It's the job and the responsibility by law of the Honduran government to protect the wildlife and protect the indigenous territory. It's their job, and they have not been completing it. So this is one way to bring attention to that. And even if we don't get soldiers, well, that's news. We could talk about the security risk in that area. So I just want to show you what a sample video that we have. It is, I'm not sure it's in the material folder. And I know that I'm going to put this on today, but this is one that might be able to use. We have it in English and Spanish. And here it is. So one of the questions we have, as I will open it up to you all with any questions or ideas that you have, is it might be lovely to keep a record of all the organizations and individuals helping. So the world, or maybe more importantly, Honduras and the communities, the government can see, there's 100 organizations that are in favor of solidarity, who are in favor of this campaign, or that are helping. And so we don't have a method to collect them, or do they take a promise? Do they do a pledge? How do we contact them? Where do we put their logos on the website and all the materials? So that's one of our questions. This is all brand new for us. So we'd love to hear your idea on how to collect all the different people that are helping us, because people are helping us right now. So that was one of our questions. And also just say that we will be doing we've already started doing some donations for Honduras, for the Hire the Rangers. And this is just showing that we have a problem getting to 1/3 of our nest, because this bridge you can't go over it. You can't go over it. And so we have a little bit trouble getting and lugging gear around to this area. This bridge is co-owned by some private people, so we don't know if we can repair it. We don't know how much it costs. We're not actively seeking donations for this bridge at this time. We'll get down there and see what's going on, and know that we can't get to a lot of the nests because this bridge isn't working. And we're also already receiving some donations for the rescue center that works hand in hand with the patrols for the nest. So this is part of the program. We have a donation program that's happening in March. We have a letter. We're going to do a mailing. And so this is another way to participate as well. So that's all that I have that's it. So any questions or comments? How should we keep in touch? Our various teams, WhatsApp and email. And we just want to hear your ideas about how we can do our next steps and how we can support you in being part of this campaign, how we can be in solidarity with you where you are in your country and in your area.